Howdy folks, Supa Hamsta back, playing some more Ark Survival Evolved, though things are a little different. But I want to ask you to go ahead, do me a favour and hit the thumbs up button on this video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel by clicking on the little doodah that should be on the screen any second now. Help me take over YouTube one subscriber at a time. So, where are we? What's going on? Why are we here? What's different? Well, the short version is our old multiplayer server is dead. So, hanging out with the rest of the TCGS crew, not really an option anymore. But I still love Ark. I still enjoy playing it. So this is a purely solo thing. I know I started a solo one a couple of weeks ago with the intention of teaching people some basics, and it dawned on me afterwards that there are hundreds of videos out there. There are just countless videos out there, so all I want to do is play. And I thought I'd bring you guys along for the ride. So my cunning plan when... Oh, that's interesting. These obviously are the bases from our multiplayer server, so I'll delete all of those. Here I am down here on Herbivore Island. Oi! Yeah, I'm watching you. Eyeball me. Right, so this is a multiplayer server. I do have the settings tweaked quite a bit. Mostly to save some of the grindy stuff. So I'll be gathering slightly higher than normal. I'll be gaining XP slightly higher than normal because I won't be able to do any of the team stuff. But my plan is basically to just leave this game running for indefinitely, really, and just build stuff. So I'm starting down here on Herbivore Island, as I say. I shall build something nice here, and then I'll get a bit bored, and I'll probably move up the coast and maybe build something here, and then I'll build something up in the mountains around these bits, and probably build something in the lagoon over here or here, maybe build something up in the cold, and I'll just build stuff that I think's interesting, and I'll just play around with it and have some fun, and I don't know, use it as a bit of a vlog to get stuff off my chest and let the world know what's going on. What level were you? 40. But yeah, so first episode, I've done a bit of resource gathering because obviously I've got a raft. And some stuff which isn't normal, and like that, and that. But most of this stuff is. I actually started. Where are we? Started up here on the coast, and essentially just worked my way down, killing stuff, gathering resources as I went. So consequently, where are we? Yeah, 4,000 of those, lots of those, lots of fibre. So we've got stuff, and as you may have noticed, level 31. So, yeah, got some slightly higher stats. Because, as I say, I've turned the stats up because I'm not cheating, because I'm not playing with anyone. There's no one here for me to cheat. And all I want to do is get out of it. I'm trying to record here. And some professional... amateurs. I work with amateurs. Right, so yeah. Yeah. I'm not cheating anyone because I just want to build. And the least interesting bit about building is the grinding of materials and not having enough engram points to get stuff. So I've got lots of spare engram points. I've cranked those up, so I'm getting about twice as many per level as normal. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. My original plan for this episode was to just build a little starter shack, get the smithy going and all that stuff. And then I thought, why bother? Because I'm going to need one of those wherever I go. So every time I build a new build on this map, I'm going to need a new starter shack. So I thought, I'm going to build a raft. I'm going to kit out a mobile base on a raft that will help me for all of the stuff, well, as long as I'm building around the edges. Obviously, if I start building inland, we'll have to come up with a plan B. But for now, that's the plan. So I'm going to go and get some resources, because to do what I want to do, I need a lot of stone, and all I've got is wood. So I'm going to go and do that, and I will bring... Would you... Okay, I'm not going to punch you, because you'll just trash everything I own, including me. Please don't poop, please don't poop, please don't poop. Yeah, so I'm going to go over here. Actually, the very first proper game of Ark I played, I built on this island, and the constant plague of these Brontos wandering in and getting stuck in buildings and climbing over walls but not being able to get the back legs over and all. It's just a pain. But yeah, so that's the plan. I'm going to go and gather some resources, go for a bit of a trip all around here, hacking up all this stone, and I will bring you back if anything interesting happens or when we start building. Bye-bye. Welcome back. And yeah, I've just done a lot of gathering, and then I spotted this guy. 116. We are playing on maximum difficulty, so the highest we can get is 120, and they go in steps of 4, so this guy's 1 off maximum. And even though I can't ride him yet, I can't help but think that it would be a good time to get going. So I'm going to see if I can get somewhere up high that he can't get to. Probably this rock over here, actually. Must be a way up. And then we're going to nab him. Of course, there's not much around in the way of... yeah, we can outrun this guy. That's 3. I think I'm going to need about 20 for this guy. Thing I've got to be careful of, really, is running off that cliff backwards or finding another Anki, because if I get another one, then I'm in trouble. I'm not sure this is the best way to make friends, but, you know, go with what works. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, he's running. If you could just go down, that would be fantastic. Or stay there, that works too, you know. This guy doesn't want to go down. I mean, that's 30 arrows? Yeah, that's 30 arrows I've put into him. He really should be out by now. Yeah, I'm just checking. It's saying at the top of the screen they are trank arrows, so he really, really, really should be out by now. And I really don't want him to go into the water. There we go. Right. Now, where did I put that boat? Because that's got berries on it. There we go, somewhere down here. Now, something else you might notice is this axe is not made of wood. It is made of bone. As is this pick. One of the mods that I'm using, I can't even remember what it's called, but essentially it's got tools and weapons and things made from materials other than stone, flint, and metal. So before you get to metal, there is the chitin tools, which is what I'm using here, which are effectively made of bone. So we'll just put those in that guy. And yeah, he's going to be, I don't know, I'm on 5 times speed for taming up. So even with 5 times, he's going to be half an hour easy. So I'm just going to bring the boat around to the front because it's nice and picturesque and flat and so forth. But before I do that, let's put this builder's hat on. That's another mod that I've got, and one of the things that it essentially makes things a lot easier to pick stuff up and put stuff down, all that sort of gumph. But one of the things it does is makes it a lot easier. It increases your crafting speed. That's the word I'm looking for, by quite a bit. I think it's something like 7 times, which is huge. And yeah, I'm going to want all 11 of those. So there we go. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to completely encase. I'm going to make a new raft because I can't be bothered to pull everything off of this one and then put it back down. But yeah, I'm going to make a new raft, and I'm going to completely encase it in stone. I'm then going to build a cabin over the top of it that is also stone. And I'm going to put all my smithies and foundries and smelters and a bed and all that sort of stuff inside. And the top part will be left essentially as a big mobile platform using slope ramps and ceilings and so forth for dinosaurs to get onto. So it's also a mobile taming platform. So that's the plan. And to do that is it's a bit more complicated than just slapping foundations on top of the raft, and I'll show you why in a moment. So I've got a little bit more prep work to do. I've got to make some pillars and other foundations and things, but once we're done, I will be back. Okay, so here we are. You can see I'm doing a bit of construction work, so I thought I'd best put the builder's hat on. Not a lot's happened since you left. I built a fire on the raft just to cook some of that meat that we got here, and built the new raft. And as you can see, we've got some stone foundations, some wooden ones, some wooden pillars, and some wooden ceilings. Now, these are completely normal. These are the S Plus ones, and I've had issues using the S Plus ones before, but because you can pick them up, if I can get away with it, I'm going to stick with those. But we will see. We don't need these yet. So the first thing we need to do is hide the sail. Right. Next thing we need to do is get on the raft. And push 8. And it doesn't want to go. That's a bit weird. Anyway, right, so here we are. Right. So we're in the center, and we need to line this up so that it's basically square. Yeah, so we need to get this one essentially as square as we can, and the best way I've found of doing it is by lining up the bottom of the foundation with this cross beam here. Now, it's a bit of an eyeball type job, and then you need to get it centered, which again is an eyeball job. I think that's slightly off, so we'll turn. That's probably too far. But this first one is so critical. I'm thinking that's probably about right, because there's the hole that the mast goes in. So that's the central plank. And we've got 2 planks and 2 planks. Maybe we'll move a fraction over. Just so we can get the edges of that lined up. And that looks about right. So that's squared up. That's going to be one there. What I'm trying to do is you want to place 3 down that side, 2 down there, and 3 down this side, and you leave one foundation that exposes this rear section. And there's no real easy way of doing it, but essentially you need to eyeball it so that the front of the foundation hangs over the front of this, and then one length of that is going to come to about there, so that the back end then covers this piece. So I'm thinking I'll come back ever so slightly, and that should do. Right. So we'll assume that's that. And I'm just going to put another one here and another one here, and just check the back end of that. I'm looking square down is, as you can see, that's now square. If you extend it down, it's this side of there, and check the front, same on that side. Right. Okay. Now, as you can see, it's now got this red border around it. That is because I'm wearing the builder's helmet. And if I hit 0, sorry, not 0, O, it picks it up. And that's one of the things that the builder's helmet does. But because these are S+, if I wanted to, I could just hold down E and pick up. Right, so all we want is that 1. And then in that, in the center of that, I'm going to stick a pillar. Off that pillar, I'm going to build a ceiling, and then I'll back up a little and I'll build another ceiling. From that ceiling I will build a pillar, but I want it underneath. There we go. And then from that pillar I will build, and as you can see it's wigging out, and this is the problem I have with the S+ stuff. But as you can see, it's got 2 snap points. It's got one that's the same height as this, and it's got one that's slightly down. And it's because of the way Ark builds that it doesn't build quite the way it wants to do. And what I'm going to do is try taking off the builder's helmet and see if that helps. There we go, that's what I wanted. Huh? Okay. Did that just build one inside the other one? That's very irritating if it did. Okay, let's try that again. It did. I'm pretty sure it did. So we're just going to find the right spot. Because I want it on the lower of the 2. Oh, I think I had it for just a second there. Yep. Yeah, it's built it inside. Okay, so this was the problem I was saying about with the S+ ones. So I'm going to have to build some regular ones, and then we'll be back. Right. Now, there you go. If I come down here, you can see that the height of this one is ever so slight, or the height of this one is slightly sunken from that one. So what I'm going to do now is pick up that one, and there's the sunken one that was here before, so I'm going to pick that up as well. And then I'm basically going to pick up this whole thing and go back round the loop. And then we're going to do it again. So placing our pillar, placing a platform, placing a platform, placing a pillar sunken, and then we've got the wigging out. So again, just got to find the right spot. Nope. Okay, well, at least now I know it's absolutely nothing. I thought I'd just give it a go, so I can just pick them up with the... There we go. So, I can now pick up the foundation, pick up the pillar, pick up the ceiling, pick up the ceiling, pick up the pillar. Another pillar, another ceiling, another ceiling, Come on, just down, down, down. There we go. As you can see, what's actually happening, I don't know if you can't quite make it out, but as it's getting lower, it's starting to stick out the bottom. Now, the reason for this, you want this, is because most dinosaurs in this game cannot damage stone. So if I can completely encase this wooden raft, which most of them can damage, in stone, I effectively create myself a dinosaur-proof boat. And that's what I want to do. Now, I think one more, and we're probably about there. Nope, wrong place. Down, down, yeah, you were there. There we go. And stop wigging out. There we go. Right, now, just pick these up. Right, now, as I say, I think that's at the right height. And the way you work this out is anything, now we haven't, if we don't bother with any of the pillars and the ceilings and things, anything we snap will be at the same height. I'll just take this out into slightly deeper water, avoiding the sharks as we go, because this lovely bay is full. Going to be any in here now? There you go. There's one. There's nearly always a megalodon in this place. Maybe actually, if I'm using the builder's helmet, maybe there you go. You can see it's the wooden post, or the wooden beam, float, pontoon, I suppose is the right word, is now inside that stone. Which means a dinosaur punching this doesn't hit the wood. So the wood remains nice and healthy. So, nope, want that one, it's that one. Pick that one up. Now, one thing you cannot do is completely enclose this whole thing. Because if I put one there, the only way I can actually pilot the raft now, because everywhere I look down is foundation, 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 is here. So that's the only place I can activate the raft. So if I put another one there, I won't be able to do anything. So what I want to do is extend it out and put another one there, and one there, and 3 more on the front. Now, as you can see, because there's no ground, it won't let me do it. It says no snap point, so it's trying to put it on the ground, not on the... I'm also using the mod stackable foundations. But what I can do is I can build ceilings. And these are the S+ ones, and they're the wrong ones. And I can snap a foundation under a ceiling. And for some bizarre reason, it just seems to work. But yeah, so let's put all these back, because we don't need those anymore. Get myself some wood, get myself some of that. And I want completely regular ones. And the reason I have to use the regular ones is because S plus ones, S plus ceilings are exactly the same height as S plus foundations, whereas normal ones sit above them, which makes it a lot easier to snap underneath and then get rid of the wooden ones. And we're underweight, so I can actually carry all this. So if I need stuff, see, doing this, I can't get on. So the only way I can get on at the moment is by climbing on the back. Right, where were we? Foundations. No, ceilings. Ceilings. Foundations. Right, ceilings. I thought, did I just make more S plus ones? No, they're normal. Okay. Right. Now we'll get underneath. And we will build a random piece of stuff on the ground. Right, let's try that again. I'm pretty sure that is building them inside there. Okay, let's try doing it from underneath or from on top. Is it still doing it? It is, isn't it? Okay, it could be that they've changed this, because pretty much every time I build one of these rafts, they tweak the physics. And consequently, it's never quite the same. No, it's not having it. So, what we might have to do is build stone ceilings and then build walls down to just effectively block it off. It's not going to be quite the same, but it'll get the job done, I suppose. Okay, quick update. Yeah, I couldn't get the foundations to snap, which is quite irritating. So, as you can see from my inventory bar, my hotbar, I've made some stone pieces, which will fit when the sun comes up, so I can show you what I'm on about. But I thought, let's go find our friend. And here he is. So I'll put him on neutral, and we'll get him following us. And I just need to smash this. Oh, that's quite irritating. Right. And let's get... There you go. So, you following me now? You should now be following. So, can we get down through here onto the beach? Yes, we can. As you can see, tamed out at level 173. No, 171. I'm level 43. Which, what is the level on this guy? 32. And what's this stag? 12. Rubbish. 72. So it's not a bad pterodon for a starter. But so we're going to have to come up with a name for our Anki. And his main job is going to be gathering metal on this island. So, and until we can get a half decent trike, he'll be on berry gathering duty as well. For everything else, I'm probably going to have to still gather by hand. So, still coming? It stopped raining at least. Okay, so I'm going to get this guy back around where the boats are, and we'll rejoin once the sun comes up in a few hours, so I can then show you where we are.